Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Um, Last we left off, we again continued exploring Shadow Altus, or Scadu Altus. Scadu Altus is the actual name, but I'm just going to call it Shadow Altus. Because Scadu just means shadow, so duh. um, Last we left off, we cleared out the ruined forge of Starfall Past. It's right here. There was a few misbegones in there, but the real trouble was with these golem smiths. Yeah, golem smiths tend to give me trouble sometimes. Well, if I'm impatient, they give me trouble, but as long as you just time your counterattacks right, they're not too bad. Just grab a mace, guard counter twice, and then just smack them with an R2, and they'll stance break, allow you to get behind them and do a critical on their little weak point. Yep, so cleared this place out, grabbed or picked up the Smith Script Spear, Smith Script Circuits, the Smithing Talisman, which increases thrown weapon skills, basically R2s of your Smith Grip weapons, some Asher Wars. I want to say the Spectral Lance is included. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'll double check to make sure. It'll create the Smithing Talisman will increase throwing knives, I think kukris, your darts, and the bone darts, poison darts, crystal darts, stuff like that. Not pots. Pots are a different category, so they won't increase those, but it increases more than you think. And I believe it's also a 15%. I haven't checked it yet, but I want to say it's a 15%. It might be 10, but it's a noticeable difference. Let's see, the Smithy Talisman, and then we picked up the Meteoric Ore Blade. I think it's what it's called. Giant colossal weapon that we might use. I don't know. I still haven't quite decided if I want to put the points into strength. But we can two-hand it with the Star Scourged Heirloom to give us, enough strength to two-hand it, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm still deciding. Yeah, so the Meteoric Ore Blade and another Ancient Smithing Stone. And then after that, we went to Morth Ruins, cleared it out, did die to the Cursed Blade that was there, which is honestly to be expected. I wouldn't be surprised if everyone dies to him often or not. But, so we did die to him, got a revenge, picked up another Shadow Tree fragment, and then went through Morth Ruins into like little pit, found a little tunnel which took us to Bonny Village. We didn't do Bonny Village yet. We tagged to Grace, but then we kind of immediately went this way. Across the bridge, there was 3 spider scorpion creatures over here. So we dealt with them. Came and tagged the Grace here at Bonny Jail, and that was it. Not a lot, but made a little progress. And between episodes, I didn't do anything, so all our stuff's going to be the same. All our equipment, all our stats are going to be the same. So, and for today, we're going to do Bonny Jail here first. First, we'll do the Bonny Jail, and then we'll come back out and do the actual Bonny Village itself. Then we'll cross the bridge to this little island here, and that's it. That's as far as we're going to go. We're not going to cross the bridge again. If we cross the bridge over here, I'm almost certain that Miklo will break his Great Rune, and I'm not quite ready for that to happen yet. So we'll explore Bonny Village, maybe this one little island out here. And after that, we'll go back up to the plateau, or the Altus, let's call it plateau. Back to this Grace, and then we'll head this way. Because there's a little passage under here that'll spit us out over here. And then we can go back under here, and then it'll lead us to this little area over here. So that's the current game plan right now. So do all that. So, depending on how quickly we clear out the jail and how quickly we do the village, will depend on how quickly we get to that big zone underneath all that. So, hopefully we can at least get to the first grace in that little zone. I hope to do the jail and the village today. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. And our equipment for today, we'll have our keen blackhand blades. Just because, give them a try again. They're fun. I think they're, the blind spot Ash of War. It might be useful. Bow, seal, shield. Going with my little Valkyrie get up. Melania's helmet, Zamor armor, black traveling maiden gloves are just really good. They're just black gloves with a little. They're just black gloves. They go with a lot of things. And scaled greaves. Yep. Got the Bulgo talisman because that'll put our effective poise over 51. Because I missed having 51 poise. Yeah, because in the last episode we were getting bullied by the shadow people, and it's like, no, don't want that to happen again. Yeah, so we need at least 51 effective poise to at least power through one of their attacks at least. Winged sword because black hand blades do a lot of attacks. Old lords because I do plan on using the blood blade weapon buff. So having this on will allow it to last longer. And then we have the blue dew talisman, which is really good because it's just really good. Especially on low FP costs skills and like the blind spot here. 9 FP, we'll get that back in 18 seconds with the blue dew. And with the old lords, we can actually recover FP costs for Vow and I believe Bloodblade as well. So we'll get our FP back as long as we don't use it up. So, but this might change. I don't know. Still haven't quite decided what I want here. So we could do the Godskin swaddling cloth. Could do that. Could do the Crusade insignia maybe. Could try the Lord of Blood's exaltation just from the blood blade. I don't know. We have some options to think about. But for now, we'll go with the old lords. Flask has burst and heart tier. Pot. Well, this will change out, but we'll start with the fire pots. Crab, Rollo, stats. Yes, we are now Shadow Tree Blessing level 10 because we did get enough fragments last episode to upgrade it one more time. So we're getting close to that soft cap. And our spells are Catch Flame, Lightning Spear, Pest Threads, Aeonia, Blood Blade, Vow, and Heal. So kind of standard, at least for me anyway. And then we have Rykard's Great Rune. Can't leave home without it. I just like having heal on kills. It helps in legacy dungeons a lot and out in the wilds just to conserve flasks. All right. Shall we get this show on the road? Yeah, sure. Let's get this show on the road. Bonny Jail. I'm pretty sure there's a curse blade at the end, if I'm not mistaken. Let's try and get a... Yeah, ooh. Some more inner people. I thought I hit my R2 again. I thought I hit R2, but I guess not. should be another innards in there. More innards. Yep. Be gone. Nuggets. Alright. Pretty sure there's no illusory walls in here, but I don't quite remember if they are. Can't go that way, but there is an item there, so we have to keep our wits about us. So we can't jump through here, but it's a way out, I guess. Let's just make sure. Alright, just making sure there's no illusory walls. Quick peek. Shadow guys and chairs. How much more better another innard's gonna come running through. I knew there was something. I knew it. Bolts, sure. Is this door locked? Nope. Thank you. It's way down, but I guess we'll have to come back to that one room through a different way. Yep. There could be some rats down there. Alright, so we'll go this way. I have a feeling this might lead us back to that one area. Rats. Okay. Well, I was right, there are rats. Blind spot can be really good. Oh, it's really useful. Let's get some lighting in here. What is it? Item. Smithing twos. Okay, we'll take them. Free items are free, so might as well just grab them. Ladders. This might take us to that one item on the other side of that grate. Yep, there's the grate. No, sir. You are? Stalwart horn +2. Want to say that robustness. Yep. Fresh horns can create a tangled horn, which is viewed as an irreferable symbol of primacy. Gives us 302. It's up here. 180. Okay. Nice. Alright, so we can drop this way again, but yeah, we'll go back down the ladder. Back down the ladder and run the other way. Okay. Alright. Okay. I knew there was at least some way to get in there. We had to probably eventually figure it might have been from below, but... Alright, so here's a little drop down. An item and a sludge. Alright, so just gotta be careful. Ah. Oh, you're not dead. I thought you were dead. Alright. Just... position... fire... Alright. Yeah, just don't bother swinging swords at them, just, fire. You. Again, no point swinging swords at them, just use fire. Okay. So if we backtrack, this should take us... Yep. Alright. Invigorating cured meats. Okay. I'm not going to drop down. I think we can get in there through another way. I'd rather go the other way instead. I just dropped the rainbow stones just to, give an idea of where we were in relation to the place. I think we came from this way. Let's go this way. More of them. Let's get one of these. Okay, maybe we have to go that way. Never mind. Oop, you're alive. Okay, so I guess we have to go that way. Alright, never mind. I thought there was another way down there, but I guess not. So what's the waits us down there, huh? That's a good question. Well, Geronimo. Jars? Jars. Well, blood blade's probably not the best idea. 2 charge attacks. Do stagger them. Free money is free. Ah, thought I could get it off. Oh, I thought wrong. Alright, oop, got some more. Nice try. Jars. Oop. Ow. You did not do what I thought you would do. Thought you'd do your spinning in place move, but I guess you did not. Huh. Dash of War, we'll take it. Definitely want, I think it's that right there is what we want, for sure. Actually, I think that's a shield, if I'm not mistaken. An interesting shield, but try not to miss it if we can. Some ruins. Just taking a quick peek before we go down. I was looking for a cracked pot, but I didn't see one, and I didn't realize they could pop out of ones hanging up. So I guess they can pop out of things hanging up. All right. There's one right there. No. If you take your time and look around, you'll see the ambush before it happens. That's why I kind of like some FromSoft games. Like, they make it so that if you just, take your time, you'll see things. Yep. Tender, sure. Thank you. Those. Alright. I think that's the boss fog right down there. Yeah, I can just barely see it. Alright. So we came that way. No grabbies. hope I'm not missing things, but I wouldn't be surprised if I am. Hold on, I want to backtrack real quick. Because there was that one item that we did see. Just want to make sure I'm not missing an illusory wall. I don't think I am. I'll just backtrack just in case. Should probably just use a well, hello. Well, I missed him, that's for sure. Did I miss something? Probably. I wouldn't put it past me. Yeah, okay, we'll just continue on. If I miss it, I'll probably come back and get it. But I don't... I might... whatever. I know there's... I think it's the armor set and the... what's it called? I can't quite remember what it's called, but it's the Armor of Night. I think it's what it's called. It's the armor that Yolan is wearing. Ooh, Mr. Elevator. There's the call button. Yeah, I think I missed stuff. Oops. Come on. There you go. There's probably another one yep, right there. Ow. That was a multi-hit if I ever saw it. That's why you don't stand in front of them. Alright. No pushing. Dude, you're dead. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely missed stuff. So, we'll take care of the boss, and then I'll backtrack back through the jail real quick and just make sure I didn't miss it or try to find it. Not gonna need that. I don't think you can sleep them. Yeah, you probably could, but it's gonna be difficult. You know what? Let's just use a... Since we got them, might as well just use them. Where are you? There you are. Sit here, heal up for a second. All right, I think we should be good. Let's just take America. All right. All right. This should be another curse blade. So just a regular curse blade fight, or boss fight anyway. So standard stuff. And because it's a curse blade, I say screw them, and we're gonna summon Rollo, because I said so. All right. We'll drink, vow, blade, crab, step in, summon Rollo, and go from there. Yep. Curse Blade Mira. Thank you, Rollo. Got a little touch and go there for a moment. Kind of lost track of him. Yeah, with the darkness and Rollo being there, I kind of lost track of what the enemy was doing. So, stood there and blocked, tried the best I could to, not get insta-killed. But, alright. But now with the boss down, I'm going to have to go back through the jail, because I definitely missed some stuff. I don't quite remember where, though. So I'll probably pause the video here until I, find the, Oops. Didn't even do that. I should have just fast traveled, but just gonna rest real quick. We actually have enough to level up. All right. So I'm going to go back through the jail. I'll probably just skip right to the thing I missed. So I'll see you all in a moment. Really? That's it right there? Right in the entrance? Alright, looks like it was right here. Maybe? I don't know. Alright, I definitely missed this, but what does this give us? Huh. Alright. Nothing here. Really? Ah, okay. Okay. It just continues on over here. I see you. Here we have another hefty pot. Cool. So I definitely missed this, which is, you know... I should have known. I should have known. Alright, so... there's this, and then we hit this little switch to bring the elevator back. Now we'll see if it goes back up. Alright, so I missed a thing right at the beginning. Alright, so again, now I'll see you when I find another thing. I botched this little exploration part really badly, but who cares? I knew I didn't. Blah blah blah. I knew I missed stuff, so I gotta go back because I know it's a shield and I think an armor set in here. So we gotta make sure we get those. So I'll see you all when I find it. I think I see it. I think we have to take that elevator. You know where it goes down, but if we stay on it, it should go back up. Okay, I think I see it. Alright, so let's get back to that elevator. Because that's that one the first elevator we saw took us above where it usually went. Right, so we get on here and we stay on it. And it should go up. It should take us above. Yep, there we go. All right. Sneaky, sneaky from Soft. Yeah, because I put down a rainbow stone just to kind of show where this item was in relation to everything else. So, yeah. Helm, the knight armor set. Helm, armor, gauntlets, and greaves. Bottomless black chest armor, cool to the touch. Flowing lines in the seeming shape of a fingerprint adore the surface. Imprisons the wearer in utter, lightless dark. Bestowed upon those born deep underground, ordaining them as sword hands of knights. A little Sauron helmet. just throw it on. Other than the helmet, not too bad. I mean, the helmet, it'll work. It's just not my usual cup of tea. Ooh, very little poise. Very little. It's also not that good. I mean, stylish as I can get out of it, but nope, no thanks. Yeah. Get our scale greaves. Not for me. Not for me. If we continue up, should be one more innard. Yep. And here's the one item we saw earlier. Shield of Knights. Yep. Shield awarded to Sword Hands of Night, cast in a bottomless black from which no light can escape. The outer surface is only semi-corporeal, providing reliable defense against attacks that are not physical in nature. You have unleashed a dark of the night imbued with magic powers. If you immediately after blocking, its power is absorbed, bolstering strength. Yeah, so basically if you guard counter with this weapon, Ash of War. Actually, block, and then you L2. It's a nice little magic dart. It does magic damage, so. Like it's smoking. So. Interesting shield. Probably won't be using it. Same with the armor set. And I think that's everything. Yeah, because going forward just leads us back to the boss arena, so I think we got everything. Yay, it wasn't too bad. Alright, but now that we're done, officially done with the jail, let's go back to Bonny Village and clear it out. Alright. And it's raining. Yay, rain, always fun. Give it a second. Well, if it's gonna keep raining, I might as well change my weapon buff. All right. Okie dokie. So we can summon. We might. I don't know. Oh, there was that Cursed Blade Mira. Appear to dance when they spin their shimmering cursed circular blades. These ascetics who failed to become tutelary deities were a scourge for those who attempted to invade the Hornset homeland. And long before the land was overshadowed by invasion, the scourge was shunned and the cursed blades were imprisoned. It was during this confinement that Mira met Labyrinth, and upon her death, Labyrinth was plunged into a devastating darkness. I guess they liked each other. I think they were a couple, I guess, maybe. Friends, at least. Alright. Now for Bonny Village. Should we summon Rollo? Yeah, let's hold off. I saw some glowing eyes. Yep. Free money is free. Just be careful. There's a lot of shadow people here. There's our first potentate. A horn scent potentate, to be exact. I'm curious if that will get the guys up there. Kind of. That works. Like the blast doesn't get very far, but the AoE does. Another hefty pot. Alright, Mr. Potentate. Oh. Ah. Dude, get out of here. Yeah, try to clear out the shadow people first. Thank you. Be gone. Should be another potentate. There he is. I see him on the other side of the bridge. Good breeze. Don't mind if I do. Trying to clear out the village as thoroughly as I can. Another bunch of them. Thank you. So that leads to the jail. It's probably an item drop. Yep. Alright. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Ah. Come on. Just check and see if there's anything inside. I don't think so, but you never know. Bonny butchering knife. Yeah. Weapon of the greater potentates of Bonny Village. It's basically like Anastasia's butchering knife. Except this one restores... No, it does have... Do they both restore HP on hit? Because I know this one has the honed blade. Yeah, you can't change the actual war. increasing HP recovered. The greater the potentate's treasure, the tools for their practice. He was rotted, so he was gonna die anyway. Let's put him out of his misery. Alright. So before crossing, let's check out what's up here. Ah! Didn't mean to do that. Want to see if there's anything up here. Let's use this back to the Grace. Yep, back to Grace. Okay. Could just jump across, but I think there's actually a way. Over here, okay. Yeah, there's the way up. Okay. We'll follow this first. Hoping that Thunderpot would do more damage, but nope. Bone shards, jar shard, and jar shards. Okay. It's another pooch. Looks to be a big one too. Yep. Right. And here we go. This is why I wanted to follow the little river. We have another revered spirit ash. Okay, so it's only one so far. I think we need 3, I think? 3 or 4 at this point in order to upgrade the spirit ash level. Alright, so let's go back this way and take a little ramp up and clear out the rest of this little village. There's another one. Man, lots of doggos in this little crevice ravine. He was... He was smart enough not to cross the line. And that should be the second one. I don't think there's any more. If there is, there's a... Oh, okay. If there is a third one, he's probably going to be over there. But yeah, Scarlet Aeonia, most of its Scarlet Rot buildups in the AoE after the explosion. So they don't hang around in little AoE. I don't think they're gonna get rotted. But the AoE is bigger than the explosion, so. You sure you want to do that, buddy? Alright. Top up. Let's continue on this way. Alright, to be honest, I don't want to cross that bridge just yet. Well, nah, we'll cross the bridge, but we won't go any further than that. Yep. There is a third one. Okay. We got the shadow people. Okay, there is a third one. So most of the shadow people cleared out. Looks like it. Alright. Oh, nope. Ah, smart boy. Dumb boy. Smart enough to run back into the AoE, but dumb enough to stand there for pest threads. Yay! Alright. Potentate number 3. Do I have potentate number 4? I don't think so. Alright, so we will cross that bridge, but we won't go any further. I hope I don't break Mikla's rune, because I'd rather not ready for it. Hefty pot. That gives us how many? 9. Okay, so I think we have one more to gather. Sure. Just does straight blunt damage. It's really good. Let's just check this little area. Hello. Snakeskin anybody? It looks almost similar to the snakeskin you find in Volcano Manor, in the Temple of Eagle, I think it's called. I think it's almost very similar to the shape. I'll put up like a little side by side, just to, you know, show it. Do you think this could have been the skin of the great serpent? The god-eating serpent, you know, the one that never dies? You know, this is the land, you know, the Shadowlands have become a place where death gathers. So maybe a snake, when it dies, gathers here, but then sheds its skin in order to return back to the living? Question mark, maybe? It's just a theory. Probably not a good one, but it's a thought. Because it does not look like Mesmer's snakes. No. No. The only other snake we know of is the great serpent, the god-eating serpent. It's an interesting little thing to find out here in Bonny Village. Maybe they plan for another serpent to be out here besides Mesmer. Yeah, who knows? Some grave birds down there. You can just barely make out some manflies as well. All right. All right, we have a very important gesture. The Oh Mother gesture. Yes, we're going to need this gesture for later. Look how there's little tree roots growing out of this body. Headless body. Is it a body or is it like a statue? That's a good question. It's a male statue because of the clothing. At least I'm guessing. I'm assuming it's a statue. But I don't know. In front of these trees we've seen in the Graveside Plains. I see a few of them up there actually. Okay. Ski. I can't get a good shot at it. I don't know if that's an item or that's a grace. I don't know. You can see a way down. All the way down there. Oh, yeah. Well, that's an item. It's Miranda's. Okay. Some more manflies. Just kind of get preview of an area eventually. And that way to the serpent skin. Yep. Serpent skin. So let's go across the bridge, check out that little island, and that's as far as we're gonna go. Not gonna go any further than that. Yeah, Bonny Village. Alright, Mikola, don't break your Great Rune. I don't want you to break it yet. Okay. Alright, again, I think he breaks it over there. So as long as we don't cross that other bridge, we should be fine. Alright. Mr. Spirit. Dot. 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 For pity's sake, your place is in the jar. Nigh sainthood itself awaits you within. For shamans like you, this is your lot. Life were you accorded for this alone. Oh, that's not nice. The whipping hut. And we get the tooth whip. Whip bestrewn with rotting, misshapen teeth. Filthy and seething with disease, the teeth are embedded in the whip and dose the used victim with deadly poison upon each strike. As the wound ripens, they grow inflamed and ooze pus. Lovely. The flesh of shamans was said to melt harmoniously with others. Ugh. Chastening whip strike honed to maximize pain. Temporarily reduces the rate at which stamina recovers, thus does the pain encourage obedience. Ew. No thanks. No thanks. Yep, I think the hippos are down there. There's 2 more hippos down there, I think. If not that one, it's the one right below it. Yeah, it's this one down here. Alright. I am very much tempted to grab that grace, but I do not want to tempt having Mikola break the rune yet. Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to call an episode right here. Yep. Yep, call an episode right here. Yeah, because I don't want to take the risk of breaking Mikola's rune trying to get to that grace. I mean, I'll check it out after I get a save point or my cloud backup, whatever. But yep, I'll call an episode right here. We did the Bonny Jail. Went through it, missed some well, I wouldn't say secrets, but definitely side areas. First go around. Yeah, so I apologize on that part, but it's only the second time going through it, so as good as my memory is, it's not the best. But we did make it through. I did go back and find the little side areas. So I did get the Armor of Night and the Shield of Night. So probably won't be using them, but they're there if we want it. Got another hefty pot in the jail. I think there's also the Stalwart Horn +2. Trying to think of what else we picked up in there. I think that's really it. Yep. And then at the end, we fought the Cursed Blade Labyrinth. I think that's how you pronounce it. Labyrinth. That's how I'm going to pronounce it anyway. Yep, another Cursed Blade fight. Nothing too fancy. You know, Rolo, the works. Got a little sketchy near the end because I kind of lost track of what he was doing. So, but we pulled through, we defeated him, and we got the Cursed Blade Mira summon. Or Mura summon. probably won't be using it, but we can give it a try. Still haven't upgraded the other Black Knight that we got. Black Knight summon that we picked up, but oh well. Oh well. Um, and then we came outside and did Bonny Village. Whole bunch of shadow people, some more hefty pots, and 3 greater potentates. Yep. Not the nice kinds like Dialos, but the mean kind like Hornsent. Question mark maybe. That might not be a good comparison, but they're not nice like Dialos, that's for sure. Stuffing people in jars with giant butcher knives. No. But not too bad. Picked up some more hefty pots. I think it was like 2 or 3 in there. At least 2. So now we have a total of 9 hefty cracked pots in our possession. I think the most we can grab is 10. So we only need 1 more to have the max amount. We also picked up the Bonny butchering knife, which is another version of Anastasia's butchering knife. But yeah, and then we came out. We found that little snake skin outside of Bonny Village. Not quite sure what it's there for, or why it's there for, or where it's from. There's some guesses, but nothing concrete that I know of. I think it's the shed skin of the god-eating serpent. That every time it dies, it winds up here, or it's something like the Deadlands of some sort, and then it sheds its skin in order to escape back to the living. At least that's my theory, and I'm gonna stick with it for now, unless something convinces me otherwise. But just in my position. All right, but yep, that mysterious snake skin. Picked up another revered spirit ash. We only have 1 so far. I think we need like another 3 to upgrade, or 4 to upgrade the spirit level. And we picked up the Mother Gesture, which we will need once we get into the Shadow Keep. I'll show that when it's needed when we get there. And then we came out here, this little island area, and picked up the I can't even remember what it is. The Tooth Whip. Oh yes. The little spirit over there in that whip just kind of tells you what this place is all about. You know. I was wondering if there's like little descriptions. No, okay. I was wondering if there was descriptions for these gestures, but I guess not. Yep. So, but yeah. The Hornsent people stuffing shamans into jars against their wills, probably. From my take of it, from the spirit's wording to the whip's items description. Yep. That's a nice view. Screenshot that. But yeah. Yeah, that was it. I'm just trying to think of what else we did, but nope, we just came out here and that was it. Yep. And then next episode, we'll start here at the Morth Ruin, Grace, and head this way, underneath. It should take us through here, and then we can go back underneath here, which will pop us out into this little open area over here. Yeah, I think we can get the map fragment here. There's like a little town ruin things over here. And I think we can go this way. There's a star ruin forge. I think there's a red bear boss fight. And I think there's a catacombs as well over here, down here. So there's still a lot to do from the plateau. Yeah. But I think that's the last, well, then after all that, we can go up this way. Instead of heading to the camp, we'll go this way. So again, I think there's another red bear boss fight here as well that we want to do. And after that, then we'll make our way to the Shadow Keep. Yeah, because once you get close to the Shadow Keep, I think like right about here, I want to say, Miklo will break his Great Rune as well. So, make our way to the Shadow Keep, have Miklo break his rune, not go inside. In fact, we'll come back this way, through Bonny Village and head this way. Yeah, because I think there's another Furnace Golem over here, I want to say, like right in here. But we'll come this way, take out the Furnace Golem, and then go to the Cathedral. Cathedral of Manus Matir. Yep. Because then here we'll meet Count Emir, and then we'll start his little quest line. Yep. Still, I think we're making good progress, and then I remember like 4 things that we still have to do before we even go into the freaking Shadow Keep. I mean, we can, because once Miklo breaks his rune, we have Count Emir opens up to us. The pit in the Cerulean Coast opens up as well. Yeah. Still quite a number of things to do. But yeah, that's all going to be for another episode. And I thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.